Once upon a time, in the heart of a wide and peaceful forest, there lived many animals, birds that sang sweet melodies, deer that danced under the sun, and rabbits that played joyfully in the meadows. The forest was a paradise filled with harmony and laughter. Every creature lived in peace, each playing a small part in the balance of nature. But one day that peace was shattered. It began with a spark, a single small flame that quickly turned into a raging fire. The wind howled through the trees, feeding the flames as they spread from bush to bush, tree to tree. In moments, the entire forest was burning. Animals screamed and ran in every direction. Monkeys swung from branches in panic. Deer leaped through smoke, trying to find a safe path. Even the mighty lion, the king of the forest, fled to save his life. The once beautiful home they all shared was now being swallowed by fire. From the nearby village, people saw the thick, black smoke rising into the sky. They rushed with buckets of water, wet cloths, and whatever tools they could find. They shouted, they worked, they struggled, but the fire was too strong. High above in an old tree near the edge of the forest, a little bird sat in her nest. Her name was Tari. She watched the flames below with fear in her tiny eyes. Her nest trembled in the heat. At first, Tari thought, "I must fly away. I cannot stop this. I must save myself." But as she spread her wings to escape, she looked down at the chaos. The trees that gave her shade were burning. The bushes that hid her friends were gone. The forest, her home, was dying. Then a small but powerful thought filled her heart. If I leave, I'll be safe, but everything I love will be gone. Maybe I cannot save the whole forest, but I can try. Even if my effort is small, I will not just stand and watch. And so, without wasting a moment, the little bird flew toward the river nearby. She dipped her tiny beak into the water, carrying just a few drops, and flew back toward the fire. She tilted her head and let the drops fall on the burning ground. It made no difference. The fire still raged. But Tari didn't stop. She flew back and forth, from river to fire, fire to river, over and over again. Her wings grew tired. Smoke stung her eyes. The air was thick and hot. Still, she continued. On a nearby tree, a wise old owl was watching everything. He couldn't help but laugh. "Oh, little bird," he hooted mockingly, "what are you doing? Do you really think your few drops of water can stop this great fire?" Tari paused, her wings trembling. "I know I can't stop it alone," she said softly, "but I can do my part. Maybe my drops won't stop the fire, but at least when all this is over, I will know I tried. I won't just sit with folded wings waiting for someone else to act." The owl frowned and said nothing more. Deep down, her courage touched him. Hours passed. The villagers still struggled to control the flames. The animals huddled together in fear. And there was little Tari flying back and forth again and again, refusing to give up. Then something miraculous happened. The villagers noticed her. A little girl pointed and shouted, "Look, that bird is trying to help." Her father smiled and said, "If a tiny bird can try, why can't we?" Those words spread among the people. A new wave of determination filled their hearts. They worked harder. They brought more water, more hands, more effort. The fire began to weaken. The wind slowed, and at last the flames started to die down. By sunset, the great fire that had almost destroyed the forest was finally out. The trees were blackened, the ground was scarred, but the forest was still alive. And there, on a branch covered in ash, sat Tari, exhausted but smiling. The owl flew down beside her and said humbly, "Little bird, I mocked you. I was wrong. You were right. Your courage inspired everyone. You may be small, but your heart is greater than the fire itself." Tari smiled weakly and said, We all have our part to play. If we wait for others to act, nothing changes. But if each of us does our best, no matter how little, even mountains can move. The forest grew quiet again, and as the stars appeared in the sky, the animals slowly came out of hiding. They looked up at the brave little bird who had shown them that hope is never too small, and courage is never wasted. Life is full of fires, challenges, fears, and problems that seem too big for us to face. But never underestimate the power of a small effort made with a sincere heart. When you act with courage, even in the smallest way, you inspire others to do the same. You may not change the whole world, but you can start a spark of hope that spreads further than you ever imagined. Remember, God helps those who help themselves. Little drops of water make a mighty ocean. So when life gets tough, don't give up. Be like the little bird. Keep trying, keep believing, and keep acting, one drop at a time. If this story touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs a reminder to never give up. Type in the comments, "I will keep trying." Let's see how many brave hearts are out there today. Like this video if you believe in small efforts that lead to big change. Subscribe to the channel for more inspiring stories that strengthen your faith, courage, and heart.